I hit record the call. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our third annual end of year gala celebration of hope. My name is Sravya, and I'm a board member of Hindus for Human Rights based in Corvallis, Oregon. Tonight's gala is about celebrating what we've accomplished over the course of 2022 and sustaining ourselves to continue this fight for the long haul. Everyone on social media, please post away on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to say you're here and inspired, and please tag us at Hindus for HR.
And hello, I'm Shanti, board member of Hindus for Human Rights from Australia, based in Sydney, and the lead for Australia and New Zealand chapter of Hindus for Human Rights. The fight against Hindutva is global, as you all know. In India, religious minorities continue to face the threat of citizenship loss and their homes being razed, while caste-oppressed communities continue to experience daily violence and harassment. And Indian activists and journalists continue being imprisoned for speaking out in the diaspora. We have examples of this in New Jersey, Independence Day parade and a riot recently. Well, you know what happened in New Jersey with the Independence Day parade, and a recent riot in Leicester between Hindus and Muslims. In Australia, Tejasvi Surya, a prominent BJP politician linked to the RSS and well known for hate speech against Muslims, was welcomed with open arms to an Australia-India youth conference. So as the only Hindu group that is working to advocate against Hindu nationalism, Hindus for Human Rights work is critical. And it is so important to honor what we have already achieved while preparing for our future.
So before we get started, we would like to thank our friends from many of our close partner organizations who are here with us tonight. Indian American Muslim Council, several members are here, thank you. Dalit Solidarity Forum, Roja Singh is here. India Civil Watch International, the International Commission for Dalit Rights, Muslims for Progressive Values, Sadhana, the Coalition of Progressive Hindus, International Society for Peace and Justice, Dr. Khan is here, American Federation of Muslims of Indian Origin, and more. A shout out to some other important folks here, Shailaja Rao of Danak for Humanity and Ajit Sahi, last year's recipients of the Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award, Linda Hess, Preeminent Kabir Scholar and HfHR Advisory Board Member, Professor Anandanand Rambachan, Vedantic Scholar and Hindu Liberation Theologian, and Ambassador Islam Siddiqui. Our partner organizations, allies, frontline defenders, and you lovely supporters and audience members are what give us hope in spite of the challenges we face. We have a really exciting lineup for you all tonight, featuring some incredible music and dance. And in between our performances, we'll hear from human rights activists from India and the US, and we'll recognize some very special people with our Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award.
And we will be auctioning off 3 amazing prizes, including a subscription to Ovid TV, the platform that hosts all of Anand Patwardhan's films, a lunch with none other than T.M. Krishna, and a lunch with actress Swara Bhaskar.
The first time we held our Celebration of Hope annual gala was in 2020, and we didn't have any staff then. That gala helped us hire our first staff member, Nikhil, who is now the Deputy Executive Director of HfHR. We only had 1 staff member this time last year, and it's super exciting to say that we now have 3 full-time staff and 9 part-time staff, consultants, and interns. Today, we want to contribute to our efforts to hire additional staff next year to help us achieve our goals of advocating for an inclusive Hinduism and combating Hindu nationalism and caste. Our goal for tonight is to raise $30,000. Please visit hindusforhumanrights.org at donate to make a donation. You can donate any amount, but please note that if you sign up as a monthly donor, giving just $5 a month, or if you make a one-time donation of $60, we will be sending you the gorgeous 2023 calendar, which I just got in the mail, that we helped to make. It's a great keepsake and a wonderful holiday present, and I have mine, and I'm already very excited. I helped with it last year. I didn't help with it much this year, but there's a lot of really cool imagery of like deities that you may not have heard about. There's one cool image, I'm not sure what page it's on, but it shows Kali as she's worshipped by the Chinese migrant community in India. There's another image right here, Savitribai Phule, and there's a particular poem where she writes about where she mentions Saraswati. So it has all these little tie-ins to Hindu poetry and Hindu figures that you may be less familiar with. And it's just a really great gift. So definitely get this, donate your $60 or more. But and one other thing is if you have your 2022 calendar, I don't necessarily like endorse this, but my sister, she took all of the art pieces and she cut them out and she framed them and put them all around her bedroom. So you don't even just get a calendar, you also get some beautiful 12 pieces of art to decorate your home with. So definitely do what you can with this. But anyway, to move on, one of the most important accomplishments we've been able to achieve over the last year has been building our relationships with American elected representatives. So to start off tonight's event, we would like to share a special message from our friend, the self-professed Bharatwala Congressman Andy Levin.
It's truly an honor to speak to a group so committed to universal human rights and dignity, especially during this challenging time across many parts of the world. I'm a lifelong Bharatwala. I've loved India deeply since I first traveled throughout the country way back in 1978 when I was a teenager. As a member of Congress serving on the Foreign Affairs Committee, I know firsthand the importance of India, not only for its contributions in terms of culture and science and economics, but especially as the world's largest democracy. India is one of the most diverse places in the world, but has maintained its democratic practice more or less since it gained independence 3/4 of a century ago. There are 2 chief lessons in this. First, it shows that it's possible to build and strengthen democracy even in a land of linguistic, religious, cultural, and ethnic diversity, even with all the difficulties that entails. Second, the lesson of India highlights that democracy is not something that can be taken for granted. On the contrary, it must be reforged and refreshened as we go along. Like the United States, India is facing severe challenges to its democratic spirit. So we need to stick together. And I'm so proud to work with Hindus for Human Rights because groups like yours are vital so that India and the United States alike maintain our commitment to democracy and human rights.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Congressman Levin. We'll need more like you in this part of the world as well. Now we're so excited to showcase our first performance, the premiere of a new music video composed by Carnatic vocalists, mother and son duo, Asha Ramesh and Rohit Jayaraman. I can't tell you who is more famous, but I certainly have heard of Rohit as well as his mother. So Rohit is a Seattle-based vocalist and composer, trained in Carnatic music under his mother and guru, Asha Ramesh, who herself is a disciple of D.K. Jayaraman. Rohit is a graduate of Berklee College of Music and has performed with the Berklee Indian Ensemble, which received a Grammy nomination for its 2022 debut album, Shuruat. And Asha Ramesh, a resident of San Jose, is a highly accomplished vocalist who has performed in the US, Canada, India, and the UK, and the Netherlands. She's also the founder and artistic director of Ragamalika School of Music in San Jose. Together, Rohit and Asha produced the album Manam, absolutely wonderful five-track album from many evenings of family discussion in the aftermath of the murders of George Floyd, Jairaj and Benix, the Cisco's discrimination lawsuit, and many, many other atrocities. This gala will premiere a music video from one of the songs from Manam, but we will first play Rohit's introduction.
Hi, I'm Rohit Jayaraman, and I'm incredibly honored to be able to share some music with you all today. In my journey of learning and unlearning, I came across Hindus for Human Rights and have been following the amazing work that they do. It's a personal honor for me to be able to share music at today's gala, and I hope all of you watching will continue to support them in any way that you can. Today, I'm thrilled to be premiering a dance music video from my latest album, Manam, which is a duo project with my mom and guru, Asha Ramesh. This song, titled Vidudalai, which means freedom in Tamil, is the central piece of the album, and this version of it is presented in the traditional Carnatic format, voice, violin, mridangam, and tambura. Given that, it felt right that it should be choreographed in the traditional Bharatanatyam style. This video features more of my family. My cousin Akshaya Ganesh is the dancer, and she co-choreographed the piece with her mother, my aunt, Indumati Ganesh. Thank you again to Hindus for Human Rights for the amazing work that they do and for allowing us to be a part of today's event. Please consider supporting them if you can, and I hope you enjoy Vidudalai from Manam.
பிறக்கும்போது நிறம் ஜாதி மதம் தேர்வு செய்வதார் பிறக்கும்போது நிறம் ஜாதி மதம் தேர்வு செய்வதார் நிறம் ஜாதி மதம் இரத்தத்தின் நிறம் ஒன்றே நிறம் ஜாதி மதம் இரத்தத்தின் நிறம் ஒன்றே அத்தனை உயிருக்குள் அதே இதய துடிப்பு அத்தனை உடலுக்குள்ளதே எலும்பு கூடு அத்தனை உயிருக்குள் அதே இதய துடிப்பு அத்தனை உடலுக்குள்ளதே எலும்பு கூடு நீயே எனது உனது என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீயே எனது உனது என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீயே தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நிறங்களின் தனித்துவத்தை எடுத்து காட்டும் வானவில் நிறங்களின் தனித்துவத்தை எடுத்து காட்டும் வானவில் ஏழு நிறங்கள் இன்றி அந்த வானவில்லும் இல்லையே ஏழு நிறங்கள் இன்றி அந்த வானவில்லும் இல்லையே நிறம் சாயம் என்பதெல்லாம் பெருமையே நீயும் போதும் நிறம் சாயம் என்பதெல்லாம் பெருமையே மனித உருவில் நிறம் சாயம் என்பது அவமானமே மனித உருவில் நிறம் சாயம் என்பது அவமானமே நீ ஏன் கருப்பு வெள்ளை என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் கருப்பு வெள்ளை என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் தத்தளிக்கிறாய் ஜாதி ஒதுக்கம் நம் கையில் இல்லை என்று சொல்கிறாய் ஜாதி ஒதுக்கம் நம் கையில் இல்லை என்று சொல்கிறாய் நீ ஜாதி அமைப்பை இருத்தி பல பல வேறுபாடுண்டாக்கிறாய் ஜாதி ஒதுக்கம் நம் கையில் இல்லை என்று சொல்கிறாய் நீ ஜாதி அமைப்பை இருத்தி பல பல வேறுபாடுண்டாக்கினாய் கல்லின் மேலே பாலை ஊற்றி வழிபாடு செய்கிறாய் அந்த கல்லை செதுக்கினவர் மேல் காலை நீ உதைக்கிறாய் கல்லின் மேலே பாலை ஊற்றி வழிபாடு செய்கிறாய் அந்த கல்லை செதுக்கினவர் மேல் காலை நீ உதைக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் உயர்வு தாழ்வு என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் உயர்வு தாழ்வு என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் தத்தளிக்கிறாய் ಯೇಸು ಅಲ್ಲಾವಾಹೇ ಗುರು ದೇವದೇವಾದುನಾಯ್ ಯೇಸು ಅಲ್ಲಾವಾಹೇ ಗುರು தேவதேவாதுனாய் பேரு வேறாய் இருப்பினும் யாதும் ஒன்றே இறைவா உன் பேரு வேறாய் இருப்பினும் யாதும் ஒன்றே இறைவா அன்பு இரக்கம் உதவி அனைத்தும் இறைவன் தந்தவரும் பேரன்பு இரக்கம் உதவி அனைத்தும் இறைவன் தந்தவரும் உன் இறைவன் பேரில் படையெடுத்து குருதியாற்றில் மூழ்கிறாய் அன்பு இரக்கம் உதவி அனைத்தும் இறைவன் தந்தவரும் உன் இறைவன் பேரில் படையெடுத்து குருதியாற்றில் மூழ்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் இறைவா இறைவா என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் இறைவா இறைவா என்று தத்தளிக்கிறாய் நீ ஏன் தத்தளிக்கிறாய்
It's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Rohit and Asha and Akshaya, for that wonderful performance. And please, if you love this, definitely download the whole album, Manam. After hearing about this album from Rohit, I listened to the whole thing, and it was very refreshing to hear South Indian classical music being sung with the spirit and energy and values of social justice. And it's just so beautiful. So we'll put a link to the album in the chat. Now I'm going to invite our Deputy Executive Director, Nikhil, up here to do what is our annual tradition now of a year in 2 minutes, 2022 in 2. I think I'm just gonna figure out how to get him up here.
Hello,
Hello, hi, okay.
I'm here.
Is your camera on?
Yes, I think someone needs to pin me or
Oh
spotlight.
yeah, let's get you on the screen. Okay. I think. Can we see you? Yes, we can see you. We can see you. We're good.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right. So, Nikhil, do you want to maybe introduce the game?
Sure. Yeah. So because we've been able to do so much this year, we had to figure out a way to tell you about everything we've been able to accomplish without taking over the entire evening. And so I'm going to try and finish our highlights of 2022 in 2 minutes. Safia, can you time me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me know when.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. All right. So in 2022, we hired 3 more full-time staff and 9 part-time staff. We released our first Hindus for Human Rights calendar, and now we have our second one already out. Our first ever Capitol Hill Diwali was co-sponsored by 19 organizations, and we were invited to 2 Diwali celebrations hosted by the White House and the US State Department. Earlier this year, news broke that the state of Oregon's pension fund was investing in a company whose software was used to spy on Indian activists. So in response, we got 3 unions in Oregon to pass resolutions condemning this investment. We held 20 congressional briefings with 19 other organizations, featuring 96 frontline activists from India and the diaspora. We had 98 face-to-face meetings with government partners, and we worked with members of Congress to influence 4 pieces of legislation. Before the UN Human Rights Council undertook a periodic review of India's human rights record, we met with representatives from 7 countries and gave our report to more than 15 others. We brought together 18 Hindu organizations and 42 religious leaders from 6 countries to issue a historic statement of solidarity with Indian Muslims and against Hindu nationalism. For our second annual Civil Rights Essay and Art Contest, we got 52 submissions from South Asian students in 19 American states and 9 Indian states. 431 people came to our in-person events in DC, New York, and the Bay Area. We published 21 articles in 16 different media outlets, and we were mentioned in 214 articles in 104 news outlets. We had 2 television appearances on The Wire. 1,806 people took action through our online petitions, sending 3,786 letters in total. And finally, our Ulti Pulti Baat cartoon series on YouTube was viewed over 437,000 times. And all this with a team of 4 full-time staff, 9 part-time staff, and 11 board members. How did I do? Just over.
204. Also, I started before.
Okay. We'll count it. We'll count it.
Yes, it's good. All right, that was great. Remember, please consider making a generous donation to Hindus for Human Rights so we can reach our $30,000 goal and increase our impact even further than what we've already done in 2023.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Nikhil. And for all of you and all the other staff do amazing stuff. Now we're so excited to showcase this special performance by Dhunki A Cappella, the University of Texas at Dallas premier South Asian a cappella team and winner of the All-American Awaz reigning national champions for 2022. They'll be performing two songs, Jwalamukhi, originally sung by Arjit Singh, and a mashup of Shallow and Kadalale by Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, and Sid Sriram. You can tell I'm not very up with the current culture, pop culture, but this will be fabulous.
प्यार वालों का ये इम्तिहान है नाम इश्क मेरी जान सी है तेरी बेबसी ज्वालामुखी बेजुबान ज्वालामुखी We're far from the shallow now.
Thank you to Dhunki, a cappella, and thank you to everyone who has donated so far. Now we're so excited to announce the winners of our first annual Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award. We are now going to invite Sunita Vishwanath, the Executive Director and co-founders of Hindus for Human Rights, to present this very important award.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's really very moving, all this incredibly inspirational music. I don't know if anybody can pin me. I'm looking at beautiful Swami Agnivesh's face. Swami Agnivesh was so dear to many of us, and really we had his blessing as we started Hindus for Human Rights. And we should carry that forward and live out his legacy through the work we do. It's what we need to do as Hindus for Human Rights. Swami Agnivesh was one of few Hindu religious leaders to speak out against Hindu nationalism and caste in recent years. He was inspired by the Hindu teaching of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world as one family, one sacred family. As Americans, we can think of the beloved family. This teaching inspired him to fight for the rights of communities who were not necessarily his own, bonded laborers, religious minorities, Adivasis, and caste-oppressed communities. In 1981, he founded the Bonded Labor Liberation Front. In the midst of the anti-Sikh pogroms of 1984, Swami Agnivesh directly confronted Hindu mobs in Delhi, sheltered Sikh community members personally, and called for an end to the violence. He was physically attacked by Hindu extremist mobs on many occasions, including in 2011 and 2018. And the 2018 attack on him, by then we knew him. So we lived through that with him. Even outside India, he received threats from these groups, such as at the 2018 Parliament of World Religions in Toronto, Canada, where he was a keynote speaker. Swami Agnivesh was close to many of us in Hindus for Human Rights. Some of us stood with him at the Toronto Parliament, and Hindus for Human Rights' first retreat was held at his ashram. Sadly, Swamiji passed away in 2020. In recognition of his fearless commitment to human rights for all, the Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award recognizes one individual and one organization whose faith inspires them to fight for justice for all. Last year, we launched the award and recognized journalist and human rights advocate Ajit Sahi and the organization Dhanak for Humanity. Before we announce this year's winners, we'd like to play a short message from someone who was very close to Swamiji, Swami Vedanand Saraswati, spiritual head of the Arya Samaj in South Africa.
My dearest embodiments of peace and love, Namaste. My dearest embodiments of peace and love, Namaste. I am Swami Vedanand Saraswati, and truth behold, I address you today because almost 25 years ago, a mighty giant and lion of human, social, and religious rights, as fearless and vocal as they may come, yet the most unassuming, humble, jovial, and simple man who walked and worked tirelessly behind the scenes. A 50-year lifelong struggle against social injustices had inspired me and transformed me. There is none other than our dearest Swami Agnivesh. One would never believe that this humble, non-violent, yet bravely outspoken giant stood committed for 80 years strong. And despite several attempts on his life, he was ever determined and committed to seeing his fight for the poorest of the poor and the rights of equality and dignity for all, right to his last breath. Therefore, my friends, the Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award is a commitment to that continuation by recognizing those that silently yet boldly fight the cause that Swamiji laid his life down for, the cause of the people, the cause of truth, the cause of dharma. The first mantra of the Rig Veda, the very first Veda, begins Agni Mire Purohitam. It is the Agni that places itself in the heart of all. Agni is the ultimate truth underlying our ideals, the giver of all the good things in life. I surrender to the fire of transformation. Swami Agnivesh was the very epitome of this mantra. This was our beloved Swamiji, a role model, a spiritual father whom I have known since I was 7 years old, a warrior who has shaped my life to serve the cause of the people in face of all adversity without fear or favor. I will never forget his most vibrant message: always ensure the freedom to doubt, the freedom to debate, and if necessary, the freedom to dissent. To me, he said, Vedananji, when I closed my eyes one day, my greatest fear was who is going to continue my mission that was far from over. And now you have come. My last words to him was a promise. The mission shall go on, and the responsibility is in all our hands. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Well, this slide lets the cat out of the bag. I am so excited to announce that our 2022 recipient of the Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award is Mirza Ghalib Victor Beg, my brother, an interfaith peace activist, devout Muslim, champion of Hindus for human rights for sure. We would also like to recognize and honor dear Victor's recently departed wife, our sister Lata or Shahina Beg, also a tireless bridge builder for interfaith harmony. Our prayerful condolences to Victor and his whole family.
Thank you.
Victor Bhai has founded a number of organizations focused on serving and representing the voice of Muslims in Michigan and promoting interfaith dialogue, including the Council of Islamic Organizations of Michigan, CIOM, and the Muslim Unity Center Mosque in Bloomfield Hills. In the 2000s, Victor Bhai led several interfaith efforts to unite religious leaders. In 2007, Victor Bhai organized Sunni and Shiite leaders in Michigan to sign a peace pact, affirming their commitment to speak out against conflicts between the two sects. And then in 2009, Victor Bhai collaborated with Jewish community volunteers in the Metro Detroit called Mitzvah Day, where nonprofit Islamic and Jewish groups collaborated to feed and clothe local residents on and around Christmas. Victor Bhai has already been the recipient of several awards, including the Community Peacemaker Award from Wayne State University, Michiganian of the Year by Detroit News, an Excellence Award from American Federation of Muslims of Indian Origin, and the Niagara Foundation's Niagara Peace Award. These awards were given to Victor Bhai in recognition of his tireless advocacy for interfaith dialogue and the Muslim community. In 2019, Victor Bhai published his moving memoir, and I don't know if you can see me, but here it is. Our Muslim Neighbors, Achieving the American Dream, an immigrant's memoir, which details his own faith and interfaith journey, including his beautiful interfaith marriage and relationship with Shahina, our sister. Victor Bhai, I hope that our humble award will stand shoulder to shoulder with all this other incredible recognition you have deservedly received. We are deeply inspired by your work to bring about civil and interfaith dialogue in the United States. Throughout Hindus for Human Rights, 3 years of existence, you have been a trusted mentor and close and loving partner of all of us in Hindus for Human Rights. We are so proud to recognize you with the Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award. I invite my brother Victor to come and speak.
Thank you, Suni. Let me begin in the name of God, the kind, the merciful. You know, I called Sunita Suni, and when I introduce her to my Muslim friends, they say she is the only Hindu Sunni we know. The ancient Vedic and Hindu traditions stress the need to live the life of goodness because one's worldly karma, a term that can be viewed as embodying intention, action, and will, determines one's otherworldly state. Hindus for Human Rights symbolizes that Hindu spirit, quoting Hindus for Human Rights founders Sunita and Raju. Hinduism abounds in stories of kindness and compassion. Hinduism welcomes other faiths and traditions. Swami Agnivesh was inspired by the Hindu concept of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. This teaching inspired him to fight for the rights of all people. He was a non-violent political activist who put forward a vision for Hinduism in the tradition of Gandhi, where people of all faiths, backgrounds live together in India as neighbors and friends. God says in the Holy Quran, chapter 49, verse 13, people, we created you from a male and a female, then made you into different races and tribes, so you may know each other, and not that you may despise each other. I grew up in my India listening to the famous bhajan sung by Muhammad Rafi. Ishwar Allah tere naam sabko sampati de Bhagwan. Sara jag teri santan is dharti par basne wale. Sab hain teri goद ke pale. Koi neech na koi mahan. All dwellers of this land are its children. No one is of lower or higher status. And Asha and Rohit's album, I'm going to get a copy. Her beautiful dance, she spoke of the same spirit. I grew up in my India listening daily to temple and church bells and adhan. Taj Mahal, the symbol of love, is clearly in a style reinterpreting Hindu tradition, art, and Islamic form. It had to be constructed with combined Hindu-Muslim hands. With their united endeavor, Muslim vendors sold flowers to the temple goers in Ayodhya. And that is our Ganga Jamni culture, is what Hindus for Human Rights is fighting to protect. Their work needs our full support to confront those who want to change the character of Bharat Mata. Thank you all for your hard work to make India great again. Saroya mentioned so many organizations that are present here. They are much more deserving than I am of this recognition. I leave you with Swami Agnivesh's words for India and the world we want to be part of. To quote the Swami, peace among religions is a precondition for world peace. Thank you for honoring me with this award. I humbly receive it. Here it is. In the memory of Swami Agnivesh, my late wife, Lata Shahina, who was my partner in all I have done for the past 5 decades, would have been proud of it. God bless. Shukriya. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Victor Bahe. And I know that she'll be smiling at us, smiling down, so proud. Hi, is that Sophie? So much love to both of you, all of you, the whole family. It's been just so, we feel blessed to be part of the family with all of you. Thank you. Do you hold it up again so everybody can see, Victor? Wonderful. Congratulations. And it is highly deserved. And thank you for everything that you do for us and for humanity every single day, Victor. Thank you. You were going to sing for us. Thank you, Victor Bhai. And now we are excited to announce the organizational winner of the 2002 Swami Agnivesh Memorial Award. And I'm thrilled to announce that the winner is Khudai Khidmatkar. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, a freedom fighter and close friend of Mahatma Gandhi, known also as Badshah Khan or Sarhadi or Frontier Gandhi, founded Khudai Khidmatkar, Servants of Humanity, in 1929. His contributions to India's freedom struggle and propagation of the values of nonviolence and egalitarianism are immense. Khudai Khidmatkar was revived by activist Faisal Khan with his team in New Delhi in 2011. Faisal Bhai is here with us today. For the past decade, Khudai Khidmatkars have been working across the length and breadth of India on many salient issues, including communal harmony, youth leadership, women's empowerment, and education access. Khudai Khidmatkar worked relentlessly on COVID relief in several districts all across India, serving the poorest communities with ration kits, food, medicine, and oxygen. This year, they opened the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan Library in Mewat, Haryana. Just last month, Khudai Khidmatkar organized an 11-day Save Our Constitution cycle yatra from Nagapattinam to Chennai. These are just a few of the innumerable communal harmony initiatives undertaken by Khudai Khidmatkar, local teams across India. When we met Faisal Bhai, Inamul Bhai, and many other Khudai Khidmatkars in India in 2019, when Hindus for Human Rights was just a few months old, Faisal Bhai immediately, without any hesitation, joined us. He agreed to be a part of our advisory board. Swami Agnivesh was, of course, a huge supporter of Khudai Khidmatkar when he was alive, and he would be so happy about this recognition. Now, we would like to play a video from Khudai Khidmatkar leader, Samira Ahmed.
अहमद सब खुदाई खिदमतगार साथियों की तरफ से हिंदू फॉर ह्यूमन राइट्स के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ कि उन्होंने स्वामी अग्निवेश जी मेमोरियल 2022 के लिए हमारे खुदाई खिदमतगार को सेलेक्ट किया। खुदाई खिदमतगार अपने आप में बहुत एक ऐसे काम करता है जो कि आजकल जैसे हो गया सद्भाव के लिए, शांति के लिए, प्रेम के लिए, जो कि बहुत मुश्किल लगता है, बट हम लोगों को लगता है कि इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है। अगर हम इसमें और काम करेंगे तो होगा। जैसे हमारा सबका घर है या हम जो यात्राएं करते हैं उसमें हमारी ये कोशिश रहती है कि हम बहुत ही प्यारे तरीके से लोगों के दिलों और दिमाग पे वो प्रेम, सद्भाव और उसका वो दिखा सकें कि इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है। और आजकल दुनिया में इसी की ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस है। अगर प्रेम और सद्भाव नहीं होगा तो वर्ल्ड रहने के लायक नहीं होगी। और खुदाई खिदमतगार का पूरा जोर इसी चीज पे होता है कि सब लोग प्रेम के साथ रहें, सद्भाव के साथ रहें। जब हम पहले दिन खुदाई खिदमतगार में आते हैं तो हमें पहले ही समझा दिया जाता है कि आप लोग जो भी कर रहे हैं वो अपने लिए कर रहे हैं। चाहे वो आप काम कर रहे हैं, चाहे आप अपना समय दे रहे हैं, चाहे आप पैसा लगा रहे हैं, वो आप अपने लिए करें।
This is Khudai Khidmatkar's actual award. I can't see myself, so I hope you can see this. We will be sending it to India in January, if not sooner. And we are thrilled to recognize Kuday Kitmatkar with this award, and we will walk shoulder to shoulder with you throughout the year and all the years to come. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Inamul Bhai, is Faisal Bhai here? One of you should speak for a moment, either you or Faisal Bhai.
I think he's there, right?
Faisal Bhai, are you here? Can we invite you to speak for a moment? Congratulations, both of you, Inamul Bhai, Faisal Bhai. Let's pin Faisal Bhai because he is not pinned.
Inam, hello.
Ji, yes.
Hello.
Hello. Ji, boliye.
Yes, Sunita ji, I am in the way. I'm going towards UP. Inam bhai, hello.
Go ahead, Faisal Bhai. We can hear you and we can see you.
Yes.
Look at that big smile.
देखिए सूरज निकल रहा है सब में हूँ और ये देखिए ये सूरज देखिए निकल रहा है और आई एम गोइंग टुवर्ड्स यूपी और मुझे लगता है कि आप यू एंड राजू भाई एंड हिंदू फॉर ह्यूमन राइट्स के हम बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं और मुझे लगता है कि हमें एक ऐसी दुनिया जिसमें मोहब्बत हो, समानता हो, जिसमें प्रेम ही प्रेम हो, उसके बनाने के लिए हर कुर्बानी देने के लिए तैयार रहना चाहिए और गांधी और सरहदी गांधी की तरह वो कोई बड़ी से बड़ी भी कुर्बानी हो हमें उसको देने से हिचकना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि यही इस दुनिया को जो लोग नफरत फैला के खराब कर रहे हैं उनसे बड़ा मुझे लगता है कोई गुनाहगार इस दुनिया में नहीं है और हमें उनके हाथ पकड़ना चाहिए, उनको रोकना चाहिए और उनसे कहना चाहिए कि ये ईश्वर अल्लाह गॉड उसकी बनाई हुई इतनी खूबसूरत दुनिया को तुम्हें तुम्हारे धर्म का वास्ता दे के हम कहते हैं क्योंकि तुलसीदास ने तो कहा है दया धर्म का मूल है, मर्सी इज द फाउंडेशन ऑफ रिलीजन। तुलसीदास सेड इन रामचरितमानस दया धर्म का मूल है, मर्सी इज द फाउंडेशन ऑफ रिलीजन। इफ देयर इज नो मर्सी नो रिलीजन, इफ देयर इज मर्सी बिकॉज without foundation we can't imagine any building. So if we any religion for should have mercy and peace. Thank you बहुत आप
Thank you Faisal Bhai. I am speechless. I mean, this is Faisal Bhai and Kuday Kitmatkar in action as we find them every day of every month of every year. This is what they do. They are servants of humanity, just as their name prescribes. And I'm just so inspired. And let us all imbibe the spirit of Victor Bhai, Faisal Bhai, Inamul Bhai, Samira Bin, all of the Kuday Kitmatkars, and let us just be the best version of ourselves and our faiths together. Completely indivisible. That is what we need to do. I'll give it back to Shravya and Shanti. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Hello, I'm back. Okay, great. We're ready for our next part of the program. Congratulations to all our award winners. So now we're going to get you all up on your feet for a little dance break. DJ Anjali and the Incredible Kid is an American DJ duo formed in 2000 in Portland, Oregon. The duo was awarded first place in the Best DJ category of Best of Portland by Willamette Week readers in 2016 and 2017. Anjali is going to be leading us in a Desi dance lesson. So please turn your cameras on so we can all dance together. We're going to promote everyone to panelists so we can all be in each other's company, see each other as we dance to some South Asian tunes. So I am going to go ahead and make sure we have Anjali here.
Hi.
Hey, okay, we can see you. Let's pin you and add a spotlight. Okay. Great. Okay.
Hi.
We see you.
I'm gonna stand up, see how this works. Thank you so much for having me. I'm based in Portland, like you said. I haven't done an online class or party in a long time. This is taking me back. I'm gonna try and do this lesson without a lot of verbal instruction because I didn't, I'm not gonna use a microphone. We're just gonna have music. I think we'll do a little warm up to some Bollywood first, and then maybe transition to some Bhangra and some Gidda. Yeah, I just want to thank you for having me and including us. I've been a DJ in Portland for more than 20 years, and the more I learn, it's just an interesting position to be in, to be a party promoter, like a Desi party promoter, and to be anti-caste. Those things don't, like an anti-caste activist, those things don't necessarily go together. So I really appreciate you kind of including me on this like South Asian, progressive side of things, because, I go to parties, I get hired by families and they ask me, what's my last name, or that kind of stuff. And I feel the tension is stronger than it used to be when I started. Also we have so many means now, right, to like speak to what our true politics are, and just via social media and stuff. So I just really appreciate the Desi solidarity. Okay, let's start dancing. Gonna play over here. All right, so let's just do like a tiny warm up, since I know we might be needing to get the blood flowing a little. We're gonna do a little warm up. Let's do one more. Yay. Okay, so we're gonna just do a little. Okay, a little faster. All right, how about legs My brain stopped. There's one move I forgot. Okay. We're gonna do
Mars.
here. So good. Okay. So good. Okay. So dip, point, dip, point, cross, kick, thumbs, thumbs. One more. And okay. Can we just do that whole routine one more time and then we're gonna move on? How's the volume for everybody? Good? It's good? Okay. Last time, last time. Five, four, three, two, go. Okay, kind of sassy. To the corner. And roll. Okay, heading back. Little dip. Okay, here's your kick. Thumbs. One more. How's everybody doing? Good? Okay. Can we do a little Bhangra? So if you want to just do the arms, do the arms. If you want to do the feet, just do the feet. If you want to put it all together, that's great as well. Probably I'll just start out with some moves, similar thing, like a warm up. Yay. Oh, I turned it down. Here we go. Okay, let's start with shoulders. Oh gosh. What did he just say? Okay, a little faster. Let's see here. Okay, a little faster. So good. Okay, can we do little faster? About here. So good. Can we do tap, tap, okay, from the top. One more. Let's see, let's do here. Little curl. good. Okay. Do we have a few more minutes to do a little tiny more?
We can do like very, very, very short.
Okay. Can we just end with a little bit of Gidda, which I know Pungar gets all the shine, but I always like to throw a little bit of Gidda in there. I call it the ladies version.
Yeah, Gidda's
also
great.
Also a Punjabi folk dance. So we'll just do clap. We'll do some clapping. I'll just turn the song on and yeah, wave when it's time to go. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Okay. So here, we're gonna go down and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, with the thumbs. Let's try it. We'll go sassy, sassy. One more. One more. Okay, from the top, here we go. With the thumb. All right, one more. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Great. Thank you so much. I am like sweating now. I need a break.
Good, it's good, right?
Wow.
If you're ever in Portland, sometimes I play
Yep.
Seattle or the Bay. Come say hi to one of my parties. I also teach
Right.
every week, and my classes are online if you want to dance more.
Fantastic. Thank you,
Thank you.
Anjali. Thank you
And-
so much, Anjali, for that
Of course.
amazing performance. You can hear that we're all puffed and in a good way. So it's wonderful to see so many of our diaspora members taking a stand against Hindu nationalism and caste, and also embrace South Asian music and dance in this wonderfully positive way. With that, we're now going to move to the auction part of tonight's event. Shravya.
Yes. So as we mentioned before, we have some prizes to auction off. Our goal is to raise $30,000 tonight. And as a small organization, we really rely on the contributions of people like you. So we are going to start off by auctioning off some great prizes, a subscription to OB TV, the platform that hosts Anand Patwardhan's films, a lunch with actress and activist Wada Bhaskar, and a lunch with TM Krishna. So we will be announcing a starting bid for each of the prizes. And if you would like to make a bid, please type it in the chat. If you would like to remain anonymous, just note anonymous when you make your bid. So with that, and you can just send that message to me, probably is the easiest. So if you see my name, Sravya Tharepalli, you can make sure that I see that. So with that, we're going to start off by auctioning a subscription to Ovid TV. This is a platform that hosts all of Anand Patwardhan's films. These are films like Vivek Reason, Rab Ke Naam, JB Comrade, and we only have 3 of these subscriptions. So whoever are the 3 highest bidders for this will get the 3 subscriptions. So we're going to start auctioning these off at $50. As Shanti said, if you would like to make a bid, put it in the chat, and you will get all of Anand Patwardhan's films. So is anyone willing to bid $50? Put it in the chat. Okay, Looks like we have one $50 donation. Great. Okay, we have one of them. Anyone else willing to bid $50? $50. Okay, we have two. We have two. Anyone willing to bid over 50, 75? Can also be 50. We have one more to give away. Okay, great. We got it. We got a $100 donation for Honest Parsons Films. Thank you so much, everyone, for donating. We're going to make sure that that gets recorded. If someone backstage can do that, I think Sunita. So our second prize is a lunch with actress and activist and Hindus for Human Rights Advisory board member Sweta Bhaskar. This lunch can be in the US or in India, depending on when people are traveling. But first, we're going to play a quick note from Sweta about the great work we're doing.
Hi, this is Sweta Bhaskar. In India today, the threats to our democracy and our diversity are increasing. We are in a situation where we cannot eat what we want, make and watch the films we want. In some places, you can't wear the clothes you want, date who you want, love who you want, potentially marry who you want. And there is a common sense idea that bigotry and hate are normal among Hindus. As a practicing Hindu, I know that this is not true. I know that my religion has space for inclusiveness and diversity, and there is no need for us to hate people of other identities, caste identities, or religious identities. I think in this context, it's really important for progressive and inclusive Hindus to build a community together and have a movement against this bigotry and this kind of Hindutva nationalism. Hindus for Human Rights is a group that is doing just that. They do excellent activist and advocacy work for building an inclusive and progressive Hindu identity and for fighting hate and bigotry. I would encourage all of you to join me in donating to Hindus for Human Rights with a generous year-end gift. Thank you.
Wow, that's fantastic. So we're going to start auctioning this at $500. Anyone willing to bid $500 for a lunch with this wonderful celebrity and activist? Let's see what's happening in the chat. Great, we have pledges already for $500. Fabulous. Anyone else? 501, wonderful. Okay, anyone willing to go above 500? 550? Come on, don't be shy. Take it away, Shravya.
Okay, I think it's gonna go to for $501 to Cyrus.
Yeah.
All right, we'll make a note of that. Thank you, Cyrus. Okay, let me make a note of that. Okay. So our next auction item is going to be a lunch with the maestro, T.M. Krishna, who really needs no introduction. So as you know, T.M. Krishna is an advisory board member, and we are going to start auctioning off the lunch with T.M. Krishna also at $500. So would anyone like to bid $500? We can also play this message from T.M. Krishna if you would like to get inspired.
Those are the ways exploited and used to divide us. In India, as you all know, religious bigotry and casteism are two huge forces of dividing our country. And at this point of time, Hindus for Human Rights is a very important space. Why is it important? We've reached a point, I think, in our society where to be secular, to be embracing of various faiths, various ways of living, is seen as being against or an antithesis of religion or religiosity or faith. This has to be challenged. And this has to be challenged from within the world, the universe, the space of the Hindu. It's not as if the religion or the religious structure is perfect. I'll come to that. But nevertheless, that the spirit of any religion, any faith has to be embracing and love and accepting diversity and rejection is important. And therefore, unless we create a platform where we can claim that, yes, we are within the faith, but that doesn't mean that we are not secular.
Okay. So it looks like we have a couple of donations for $1,000. So unless anyone wants to build higher than $1,000, we're going to give away the lunch with TM Krishna.
Wonderful.
All right. That is sold. Great. Okay.
Sold.
So now we're going to move on to our auction portion of this event. Shanti, do you want to introduce? Start?
Yeah, so we've told you the prizes we are auctioning off, but now we'd love to ask you to make voluntary contributions so we can continue to do our work, fighting for democracy, justice, and human rights. Today, you've heard a lot about the good work that Hindus for Human Rights has done over the last year. We haven't really talked about what we've done in Australia and New Zealand, but we've actually done a lot for a very small organization. We did all of this with a small budget of $300,000. Next year, we want to raise the stakes and we want to go up to $800,000 and significantly increase our impact. While this is still a fraction of the budget of the Hindu American Foundation and certainly all the other Hindu organizations across the world, this will propel Hindus for Human Rights into a new level of advocacy. So let's get started. If you want to make a pledge, and every gift, small or large, please note how much you're donating in the chat and we will announce that. If you prefer to make an anonymous donation, you can rename yourself, call yourself something else, or just text your pledge at 917-518-2441. That text number again, 917-518-2441. And remember, every gift counts.
Okay, so our first ask is going to be for a donation of $10,000 or more. For a benchmark, $10,000 can pay for 6 months of myth-busting video content designed to correct the hateful lies being fed to our community, as well as our annual strategic planning retreat. Is there anyone out in the audience who would be willing to make a $10,000 pledge to HfHR? $10,000 or more. I'm monitoring the chat. $10,000. Okay, thanks to our anonymous donor, we got a $20,000 donation, which takes care of the whole year of myth busting if 10,000 takes.
Wonderful.
So,
wow. Okay.
Donor.
We're now looking for contributions of 5,000 or more. In 2023, we're planning to start a program bringing together Hindu and Muslim college students in the US. $5,000 will support a pair of Hindu and Muslim college students launching an interfaith initiative at their university with our guidance. Who's able to pledge $5,000 to HfHR?
We also just received a $5,000 challenge. So this donor will give us $5,000 if someone else steps up and donates $5,000. Any takers?
Fantastic.
$5,000. Okay, great. We have someone. Okay, anonymous donor who's accepting the challenge.
Right.
Great. Okay, great. So we have $5,000 and then a $5,000 match, making it a $10,000 contribution to HfHR. Thank you, $5,000 donor. Okay. So our next contributor, we're looking for contributions of at least $4,000. $4,000 will support an intern for our Australia and New Zealand chapter and Canada chapter. Who is able to pledge $4,000 to HfHR?
Wow.
Okay, we have a donation. Jerry Shaw, thank you. Comes in at $4,000.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Contribution.
Okay, that's wonderful. And that's going to support our work in Australia and New Zealand. So now we're looking for contributions of 1,000 or more. $1,000 can support our staff visits to places like Edison, New Jersey, and Frisco, Texas, to connect with grassroots organizers to combat the presence of Hindu nationalism in local communities. And you know this is happening everywhere. Who can pledge $1,000? Any anonymous donors?
Okay, we have one anonymous donor of $1,000. Any other $1,000 donors? Okay. $1,000. This also, by the way, helps out with, if you know, Hindus for Human Rights founders were recently sued by the Hindu American Foundation, and because of that, we have a whole legal effort going on to combat that lawsuit. And as well as we're getting involved in other lawsuits. For example, HAF has gotten some professors at California State University to sue the university for adding caste as a protected category. So a lot of what we do with these, you know, $1,000 donations, let's put that toward writing amicus briefs, toward legal efforts to combat groups like HAF and the work that they're doing to diminish progress on caste issues and religious pluralism issues. So, okay, we do have another $1,000 donation from Rita. Great, thank you, Rita. And we have another $1,000 donation from Michael and Jimena. Thank you, Michael and Jimena, for your contribution. Okay, so now we are looking for pledges of $500 or more. $500 can support a prize in our essay and art competition, encouraging 6th through 12th grade students to explore issues of caste, race, religion, and nationalism. Any donations of $500? $500 from Cyrus. Thank you, Cyrus. This is lovely.
Wow.
Anand Patwardhan, or no, the Swara Bhaskar lunch and this. Okay. Any other $500 donations?
Great. Okay, let's move.
One more 500 from Shafiq. So one more. Thank you. And another from anonymous donor.
Great.
Oh, 500. Okay, from anonymous donor. Okay, great.
Great. Well done. Thank you all. Okay, now of course we're looking for pledges of $100 or more. Even $100 is a huge support to our organization, helps the publication of our annual calendar, which, as you know, everyone wants on their shelf or on their walls, and helps us host events in DC and New York. Can anyone donate $100 or more?
And we just got another $500 donation. But yeah, at this point, we're taking donations of $100 or more. $100 or more. So one thing about, if you didn't know about Hindu American Foundation's budget, is that it's about $3 million. Ours is about $300,000, but we're able to accomplish this much, right? And part of the reason HAF is able to do that much with so much money is just they have a lot of, really large donors, right? But we're able to do this much because we have so many people making these like small contributions, $100, $200, $300, but it's so many people, right? So even this small, like $100 donation, it makes such a huge impact on our ability to make things work. So please definitely give $100. I think now maybe we'll move on to some smaller amounts, but we got another couple $100. Thank you. Okay. Oh, we got $108 donation from Carvel. Thank you, Carvel. 108, very important number in Hinduism, as we all know. So thank you for that very auspicious donation.
And Shravya, also 1,000 for Anirvan and 500 from Vijay.
Okay,
Wow.
got it. Thank
Right.
you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to some smaller donations. So if you give any amount at this point to sweeten the deal, we will send you free trinkets from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. And if you don't know what that is, it's smart and funny gifts for smart and funny people. They're little trinkets. My friend who is a teacher, buys plush toys from there to throw out his students when they're being annoying. But anyway, at this time, we are taking pledges of any amount and you will get smart and funny swag. So taking donations of any amount at all. Okay, we got a $250 donation from Musaddiq.
$200 from Babar Sharif.
Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, we're just keeping them in the chat just so we can make sure to add it up. Okay, we got $250 donation from Babar, $300 donation from Deepa. Another donation, $1,000 donation. Thank you. Thank you, Salim. Okay, well, continue to donate. Anyone who's donated tonight is gonna get some stuff in the mail from Unemployed Philosophers Guild. Keep on donating. We'll share the link again in the chat. I think we'll wrap up now, and know that if you donate $60 or more, you will get a Hindus for Human Rights 2023 calendar. So we're gonna total up the numbers as we finish our last performance. But yeah, Shanti, do you wanna?
Yep. So thank you all so much for attending today's gala. We've had people from across the world joining us. We'd like to thank, of course, all our performers who are outstanding. All of you are amazing staff, HfHR staff, our board and our advisory board. Sunita and Raju as our leaders, our founders, and also our volunteers. I know the tech crew has been amazing. Our speakers, our awardees, and everyone else who made this event possible. Thank you so much.
And to close off the night, we will be playing a final performance from composer Shruti Rajasekar with visual illustrations by Chitra Budali. Chosen by The Guardian as a composer who will enrich your life in a list spanning centuries, Shruti creates intersectional music that draws on her background in both the Carnatic and Western classical idioms. She has won several awards, including the 2020 Korikos Ortis International Award, the 2018 Composers Guild of New Jersey Award, and the 2018 Global Women in Music Award from the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Chitra Budali is a high school senior in Minneapolis who works in watercolor, gouache, and digital media, and did the illustrations for this piece. And the last reminder to make a donation tonight, every gift counts, to get a cute little gift, and also post on socials tagging at Hindus for HR. So with that, we'll start our last performance, or the intro for our last performance.
Namaste. My name is Shruti Rajasekar. I am a composer and vocalist from the Carnatic and Western classical traditions. And it is my honor to be able to share with you today a never-before-seen performance of one of my compositions called Son of Pandu. Son of Pandu is about the third son of King Pandu, Arjuna. And it depicts his bravery, his valor, all of these assets of his that we look up to, as well as the other side of Arjuna, the one who is meditating for days on end, the one who is searching for answers, as we all are in this life. This particular performance is by Musica Vitae, which is a wonderful chamber orchestra based in Sweden. What I'm thrilled to share with you today is that I had the opportunity to collaborate with visual artist Chitra Wudali, who is also a musician, to find ways of bringing the imagery in the music to life visually. So we are excited today to be sharing with all of you on the occasion of Hindus for Human Rights Celebration Gala, a never before seen depiction of Son of Pandu through music and visuals.
Thank you so much, Shruti and Chitra. That was so beautiful. I absolutely love Shruti's work. I've listened to it many times and I'm always very impressed and just grateful to have her in my life and then at this gala. So thank you so much. So our final donation count of the night has come to $47,376, which is above our goal, but only $3,000 away from $50,000. So what I would recommend is if you have the capacity to give $3,000 or even a little bit less than $3,000, you still have time to go on our website, make a donation, and with that, we can get up to our $50,000 goal. And that will greatly help us in our efforts to hire additional staff next year and continue to be a strong progressive voice in India and the diaspora. We wish you all a happy holidays and a good night. Please stay with us through 2022 and beyond.
Thank you all. Namaste. Across 30.